It is striking that the only place where Luke's ideas about Jesus' death indicate that his death was an atonement for sins is in the passage Luke 22, verses 19 and 20, where Jesus it's at the Last Supper. Jesus, in Luke's gospel, Jesus first gives the cup before he gives the bread. This is the cup of the new covenant, etc. Then he gives the bread. This is my body broken. And then, in some manuscripts, it doesn't just say, this is my body that's been broken. It says, this is my body that has been broken for you. And then it goes on to say, this cup is the covenant of my blood, which is shed for you. The death of Jesus for the sake of others, which is otherwise missing in Luke. And you say, well, so what if it's missing in Luke? It's in Matthew. Okay, but does it matter what Luke says or not? You say, no, it doesn't matter. It just matters what Matthew says. Really? Luke doesn't have a doctrine of atonement depending on which manuscripts you trust for chapter 22. The favorite story of many Bible readers of Jesus is the story of Jesus and the woman taken in adultery. Jesus is teaching in the temple. Y'all know the story. It's in all the Jesus movies. This story is so good, you can't leave it out of a Jesus movie. When Mel Gibson made The Passion of the Christ, even though it was about Jesus' last hours, he had to include this story, so he included it as a flashback. Right? Jesus was remembering this happened, because you can't make a Jesus movie without the woman taken in adultery. Let the one without sin among you be the first to cast a stone at her. It's found in manuscripts of the Gospel of John, but it's not originally in the Gospel of John, probably, because it's not in the earliest manuscripts of John. It's a story that was added later after our earliest manuscripts. How many stories were added before our earliest manuscripts? We have no way of knowing. They may have been some of our favorite stories. How would we know? We can't know. We don't have any evidence. The last 12 verses of Mark, where Jesus appears to his disciples and tells them that anyone who converts and believes in him will be able to speak in foreign tongues, will be able to handle deadly snakes, will drink poison and it won't hurt them. Those verses are not found in the oldest and best manuscripts of Mark. These are the verses used by the Appalachian snake handlers in my part of the world. I've always thought that on the way to the hospital, somebody should tell one of these people, actually, you know, those verses aren't in the original copy.